Mrs. Binton. So glad you can make it to see our nativity play rehearsal. Oh yes, can you squeeze in there, please? I'm afraid our chairs are a wee bitty wee, as they would say north of the border. Right then, children, going to start our nativity play rehearsal. Where are my Mary and Joseph? That's right, Charlene. Take Dennis by the hand and come sit nice and quietly on the bench in the middle. Don't drag him. He'll come if you leave him alone. Don't hit each other. Mary and Joseph were friends. Right, who are my wise men? You're a wise man, aren't you, Geoffrey? Aren't you? Well, what are you then? You're a cattle, and you're going to low. Splendid. You go for Mr. Scoulton, please. Mr. Scoulton? Yes. Fine. You're looking after the animals and the angels, aren't you? Well, he's one of yours. Take that. Right, wise men. Who have we got? Billy? Peter? George? Wise men never do that. Now my kings, please. Oh, of course, Mrs. Binton, we know that by tradition, the wise men and the kings are one and the same. But we did so want everyone to be involved in our nativity play, so we've taken a few liberties. Don't think anyone will mind. Right, Sydney? Yes. Neville? Yes. Cliff? Yes. And Nicholas, Four kings, I'm afraid. We happen to have 4 lovely crowns. Seems a pity not to use them. Sydney, put your crown straight, please, not over one eye. What have you got under your jersey? That's no place for a hamster now, is it? Go and put him in his pen, please. Sydney, which one have you got, Paddington or Harold Wilson? Well, who's got Paddington? Neville, put him back. Poor Paddington and Harold Wilson. It isn't very Christmassy for them under your jerseys, now is it? Well, Sydney, I think it serves you right if Harold Wilson bit you. Don't bite him back. Kitty's smaller than you are. Are you bleeding? Don't make such a fuss. Right. Cliff, put your crown on, please. It's too big. Let's see. Oh, yes, it is. Change with Nicholas. Nicholas! You could manage a big crown, can't you, Nicholas? Yes, you've got just the ears for it. Well, I think if you pull your ears back a bit and then you tilt your head, that is it. Stay like that, dear. Do not move. Okay, what else have we got? Wise men and kings, don't muddle yourselves. Oh, now then, shepherds. Jimmy, you're my first shepherd and not a racing car, dear. Yes, Caroline, you are a shepherd. No, dear, you can't wear your little Bo-Peep costume. Well, because there aren't any little girl shepherds in that play. They're all boy shepherds. And you're a girl being a boy shepherd. Yes, it is rotten, but you'll have to deal with it. Maybe if you're good, you can wear a lovely grey beard. Wouldn't that be fun? Right, Jimmy, do you remember what you see up in the sky? Something lovely, isn't it? No, dear, it's not a baby. Try again. It's a lovely silver star, isn't it? You're going to point your hand up like this. What are you going to say when you do that? No, Sydney, he's not going to say, please may I go to the bathroom. Children, it's not very funny. It's perfectly natural bodily function. You might as well get used to it. Come on, Jimmy, you're going to say behold, aren't you? Aren't you? You said it yesterday. Would you rather say it tomorrow? Maybe you're right. I think we've broken the back on the rehearsal for today. Hand in your crowns gently, please, and get ready to go home. No, Sydney, you can't wear your crown home on the bus. I hope it'll all be all right on the night. But you know, Mrs. Binton, I think next year we might just make do with a Christmas carol.
How dare you? You are not fit to be at this school, madam. You ought to be in prison, in the deepest, dankest, darkest prison. I shall have you wheeled out, strapped to a trolley with a muzzle over your mouth. I shall crush you. I shall pound you. I shall dissect you, madam. I shall strap you down to a table and perform experiments on you. I shall feed you to the termites, and then I shall squash the termites into tiny fragments. Then I shall grind the tiny fragments into dust. Then I shall take that dust and feed it to the bloodworms, and the bloodworms I shall feed to birds, and the birds I shall release into the air, and then shoot them down with my 12-ball shotgun, and so on, ad infinitum, madam, ad infinitum. Your father is a crook, and so are you. Last night I was driving home in that monstrosity he sold me when the engine fell out. What do you say to that, huh? You say nothing, because there is nothing you can say, because you are genetically predisposed to evil and must be destroyed before you are allowed to grow a centimetre taller than you currently are. Vomit, puke, snot, stain, are you listening? All of these disgusting little slugs will suffer the most appalling indignities because of you, yes, you. I shall rip the rebellion out of this class and devour it whole. I shall hang each and every one of you upside down by your ankles until all of your bodily fluids drain out through your noses and into jars, yes, jars, which I shall send home to your parents with your school reports, upon which I shall write, could do better. Miss Honey has allowed her weakness and filth to permeate through this miserable collection of excuses for children, and you, madam, standing there before me like the squit of squits on its beating heart. You are the axis of evil. You are the nexus of necrosis. You are a rotting lump of pure wrong. You are the dark heart of all that is unholy in this land, a black hole of wrong-headedness from which no light, no strength, no discipline can escape. But I am a match for you, madam. In me you have met the avenger, the spirit of all that is right, and I say there is nothing I shall not do. No length to which I shall not go, no punishment I shall not inflict, no ear I shall not stretch, no finger I shall not snap back to defeat you. Yes, I defeat you in exultation, do you hear? Are you listening? Are you listening, madam?
And why, I pray you? Who might be your mother that you insult, exalt, and all at once over the wretched? What, though you have no beauty, as, by my faith, I see no more in you than without candle may go dark to bed? Must you be, therefore, proud and pitiless? Why, what means this? Why do you look on me? I see no more in you than in the ordinary of nature's sail work. Odds my little life! I think she means to tangle my eyes too. No, faith, proud mistress, hope not after it. 'Tis not your inky brows, your black silk hair, your bugle eyeballs, nor your cheek of cream that can entame my spirits to your worship. You foolish shepherd! Wherefore do you follow her, like foggy south puffing with wind and rain? You are 1,000 times a properer man than she a woman. 'Tis such fools as you that make the world full of ill-favoured children. 'Tis not her glass, but you that flatters her, and out of you she sees herself more proper than any of her lineaments can show her. But, mistress, know yourself. down on your knees, and thank heaven, fasting for a good man's love. For I must tell you, friendly in your ear, sell when you can, you are not for all markets. Cry the man mercy, love him, take his offer. Foul is most foul, being foul to be a scoffer. So take her to thee, shepherd, and fare you well.
I'm standing on the platform at the train station. It's cold, the train is late, and my socks are wet. I'm not quite sure how I got here, or where I'm meant to go next. I met him 4 nights ago, and he was the most beautiful boy you had ever seen. I mean, I did meet people at hostels and stuff, but it was mainly just other Australians. And it was fun for a night or two. So I go to the churches and the museums and the galleries, and I walk through cobble streets, and I sit in cafes trying to look mysterious, and everything is so beautiful. Everything is what I was expecting it to be, but somehow I want it to be more. I Skype home once a week, tell Mum and Dad what an amazing place Europe is. They've never been. I tell them I'm having the best time because I can't bear the thought of them being disappointed for me. And when I Skype my brother Mark, I pretend the iPad on my camera is broken because he knows me and he'll see it in my face. I don't know what it's meant to be. I don't know what I'm meant to do. I just keep wondering, life. When will life start? And then there he is at a club in Mitt, dancing with his shirt off. And I think, wow, that guy can really dance. Oh, that guy's like fire. And then he looks over at me, oh, and I'm gone. I pretend not to be, try to be cool, try to act like I'm not interested, but I am so interested. And we dance until the sun comes up. And after, as I come out of the club into the light, I think, this is it. This is life I'm living. And I know he wants to take me home to his place or his friend's place or someone's place. I'm not quite sure whose place it is, but I say, okay. Because at last I'm living. I don't want life to stop. And when he kisses me, I want to cry because I'd never been kissed like that. 3 days. 3 days we stayed in bed. We don't even get up to eat. He just disappears and comes back with a bowl of cereal and 2 spoons. And that's all we eat. Cereal out of the same bowl for 3 days. On the 3rd night, I watch him sleeping and I do that thing you shouldn't do. I think about the future. I imagine taking him home to meet my mum and dad and my sister and my brothers and how they'll all love him like they love me. And how brave I am and how clever I am to have found such a man, such a beautiful man. And then he wakes up and he looks at me as if he knows what I'm thinking and as if he wants to get up and run. So I kiss him on the lips before he can. And he smiles. And I'm gone all over again. And we make love so tenderly, so sweetly. And after, as I drift off to sleep, lying on his chest, listening to the beat of his heart, thinking, I could listen to this for the rest of my life. I think, is this it? Is this what falling in love's like? And when I wake up in the morning, he's gone. Along with 400 euros from my wallet, my iPad, my camera, my favourite scarf, and a large piece of my heart. I find a girl at the house, at the kitchen table, smoking a cigarette, and I ask if she's seen him. She shrugs and says he said something about going to see his girlfriend in London. She tells me to get my things and get out of her house. I walk through the streets of Berlin. I feel small. I feel like I'm 12 years old. I feel ridiculous. I want to cry, but I won't. Well, I do a bit, but not as much as I want to. I want my mum and dad. I want my sisters and my brothers. I want to hear them argue and laugh and fight and tease me, but I can't think of them too much because if I do, my chest will explode. And I feel like I'm going to literally fall to pieces, like my arm's gonna drop off and then my legs and my head. And so to stop myself from coming apart, I make a list of all the things I know, really know to be true. And the frightening thing is, it's a very short list.